There's been a shift in social media. Have you seen it? Business-to-business companies in industries beyond the traditionally early adopters are utilizing social media more effectively today to build awareness, generate business, and nurture customers than as little as 6 months ago. Research that has been published over the past year shows that B2B social media is not only becoming more prevalent, but is also expected by your customers, prospects, investors, and recruits. In this video, we're going to pull the relevant research from multiple sources together in order to present a pretty compelling analysis for using social media in the business-to-business setting. In Part 2, we'll show you how several companies have used social media in the B2B setting to achieve real business results. We'll also provide you with a measurement methodology which will help your team to quickly identify areas where action is necessary as well as where you are successful. Hi, this is Mike Rowland. I'm the president and founder of Impact Interactions. Impact Interactions has been helping clients with their social media, online communities, blogs, and measurement since 2003. As part of our client engagements, we review much of the research published by analysts and then compare that to what we are experiencing with our clients. In our last review, we uncovered a shift in research results, which makes a compelling argument for using social media across a wide spectrum of industries. Think about your organization for a moment. How are your results using traditional media such as direct mail, phone campaigns, conferences, etc.? How long is your buying cycle? How receptive are your prospects and contacts to your traditional offers? Are you able to measure your results effectively? These are all pain points for marketers, both in consumer-focused marketing, but also in business-focused marketing. Despite these pain points, we continue to hear B2B marketers at conferences and in conversations around the world say that social media won't work for their company, their industry, the group they're in, etc. The reasons usually come down to the points on this slide. But as we'll see in the next few slides, these beliefs will cause your organization to miss opportunities to enlighten, connect, engage, and benefit from social media activities. So let's look at the research. We'll provide the case studies in Part 2 of this series. According to Cone Inc. research, business buyers are beginning to expect that companies have a social presence. In fact, the majority of the respondents are seeking engagement with the company. This is one reason why we've seen click-through rates from email hold steady over the past 3 years for one of our clients. The engagement opportunity is limited to nil with the offering company by using just an email message. Think the senior executives of your targeted industry or customer base are not using social media? Think again. The Forbes Insight 2009 report should have already dispelled that myth. But how are they using the internet? Well, many are using search engines like Baidu, Google, Yandex, and others first. But if your content isn't showing up on the first page because it's stale or isn't keyword rich, you have a problem. Social media can help by providing constantly fresh, keyword-heavy content which propels you higher in the search rankings. But the key point of this slide is the shift that this represents. In 2003, SAP engaged Impact Interactions to interview customers and prospects across the globe on their views of using the internet for business research in the pre-sales and post-sales process. We surveyed and interviewed over 1,500 people. When we interviewed executives with the title Vice President and above, one of the consistent quotes was something like this: "If I am interested in something, I search it. Then I read the most interesting portions and tell my team to go out and perform the due diligence." But look at this slide's research excerpt. Over 50% of the respondents, all vice president or above, stated that they prefer to locate information themselves rather than having someone else find it for them. If your marketing is aiming at end users with the idea of also finding some influencers, you may be aiming too low. But what about Facebook, the big elephant in the B2B room? Is there an opportunity for B2B companies there? Well, there are millions of people on Facebook, as we all know. Most are there for the personal side of social media, sharing photos and updates with friends and family members. But that doesn't mean that Facebook is not appropriate for B2B marketers. What it does mean is that the traditional long and boring content piece is not going to work. Instead, this is where business-to-business marketers have to think more like their consumer-focused counterparts. That doesn't mean running contests for iPads, though. It means that Facebook is an outlet for creative marketing tactics. It's also very good for showing the personal side of your business, rather than as a product or service marketing vehicle. But as we'll show in Part 2's Cisco case study, Facebook can be used to help drive significant business results. Okay, let's take a short detour to Europe. Impact Interactions does a lot of work in Europe right now. In fact, we've been working there since our founding in 2003. We often hear executives tell us that, well, Europe is different. We don't watch videos. Or something along the lines of, America is different. People here don't use social media for business, only for personal reasons. We hear these messages again and again. But as ComScore data shows, social media, and especially the social networking sites, are growing in popularity, especially in Europe. We counsel our clients and those who attend our conference talks and presentations that they should try to be ahead of the wave of social media rather than waiting for someone else to set the course. Social media is about building trust, building your brand's image, building relationships with your customers. If you allow your competitor to go first, they will gain an upper hand in setting the tone of the conversation. Your organization will have to defend rather than lead. As with most business situations, you want to lead, not defend your position and counterattack. There are many more benefits to being the leader than the second or third company with the same or similar messaging. And it's not just the laptop that matters anymore. Just as we've seen the Asian companies lead in smartphone marketing and social media, the opportunity to drive new efficiencies in content delivery is here. ComScore data shows the year-over-year growth of smartphone use. Savvy marketers will utilize smartphone marketing to extend their reach to their audience. This isn't just optimizing your website for mobile use. It is all about using social effectively. Why? Because many people are accessing Facebook, LinkedIn, Video, YouTube, and Twitter on their smartphones. Your message needs to be where the readers are and in the format that they are using. And increasingly, that is mobile. Are you integrating video into your marketing efforts? You should. This insight from this slide is an amazing shift that B2B companies can embrace to gain the attention of the senior executive. In 2009, 25% of U.S. executives surveyed by Forbes said that they viewed work-related video. Makes sense? 1 year later, in a similar demographic, 83% of U.S. executives surveyed by Forbes said that they were watching more online videos than the year before. In client survey work, we've seen more executives get comfortable with video, but they also tell us what type of video they want to see. Any guesses? If you said customer success stories, you are correct. Just as Amazon reviews influence book shoppers, customer success videos influence executives. Going back to our SAP research, executives mentioned over and over that they want to obtain content which shows how companies similar to theirs or in similar industries were successful in using a company's products or services. Executives don't want ABC company is great to work with videos or quotes. Rather, they want business benefits. They want total cost of ownership, return on investment, efficiency gains, quantifiable results. And video gets this across quickly and efficiently. Here is a research report that is changing our advice to clients. From the Forbes data and the ComScore data research together, we're learning that executives are more accepting and in some cases desire longer videos. While the time constraints of these folks are still there, the cost of making a mistake has gotten higher due to the poor economy worldwide. So executives are now more willing to spend time to learn than they have in the past. When you couple this with the data about less delegation from previously in the presentation, there has been a major shift in how executives want to learn about your organization's products, services, and the benefits that they can provide to their organization. And here's the key for B2B marketers with video. 65% of respondents in the Forbes study visited a vendor website after watching a video. Just as importantly, executives help promote your message by sharing it with other colleagues on a weekly basis. So what does all this information mean for the marketing team in a non-technology firm or in a slower to adopt new tactics type of organization? Well, research shows that your buyers and influencers are migrating quickly to use social media as a key information source right behind online search. To cut through the marketing clutter, use social media to reinforce your message while continuing to work on your search engine optimization. Think about shifting additional resources towards digital and social marketing and away from tactics like rented email lists, which are losing their effectiveness. The marketing pain points are there. The research shows that smart organizations can alleviate the issues associated with traditional marketing effectiveness by understanding where the audience is migrating to online and then working to meet that audience's needs with solid social content, engagement to build relationships, and then nurturing members during your sales process. In part 2 of this presentation, we'll look at several companies, both large and small, who have used social media effectively to drive business results. Then we'll focus on a measurement strategy that will help your team to better understand the results you are getting from your social efforts. Thanks again for your time. Should you have any questions about this portion of the presentation, please do not hesitate to contact me, Mike Rowland, the President of Impact Interactions, at the number on your screen. Thank you, and I look forward to helping you when we return with part 2 on the case studies and measurement strategies for business-to-business social media.